following video will show you how to remove the stock modular front bumper on all 2021 and newer Broncos.
So our first step is to remove our skid plate. Now we have 4 bolts. The front 2 we need to fully remove. The back 2 we can just loosen and then slide this whole skid plate forward. So we'll grab a 15mm socket to take these out. Next we can come to our tow hooks, and we have 4 push clips that we need to pop out, and then we can pop off this cover. So I got a clip remover tool to pop these off. And then we can do that same thing on the other side. Next, we need to remove our 3 15mm bolts on each side. Now I'm gonna leave one in just hand tight until we have a buddy and we're ready to take this off, because we do have a harness on the other side that we can't access until we get the bumper slouched forward a little bit. So I'll take my 15mm socket and get these out. And then we can do that same thing on the other side. Next, we can disconnect our bumper harness. Now the connector is going to be right above the bumper on the driver's side. We have a tab on the front that we can press in and disconnect. So now we're ready to remove our front bumper. I've got myself a buddy. We're going to remove the last bolt that's holding it in on each side, and then we can remove our bumper. Next, we can remove our 4 8mm bolts that hold in our shutter assembly. We'll grab an 8mm socket to get these out. Now for the 2 up top, we're going to get those out with an 8mm ratcheting wrench. And then with those removed, we can pull back on our shutter assembly, and then we just have a harness up top and a bunch of clips that we need to disconnect to fully remove it. So now we can remove our connector. We have a red tab that we need to pry up on. And then we can press in on our tab to remove it. And then we just have a bunch of clips that we can pop out with a clip remover tool. Next, we can come to the back side of our frame horns. We have a plastic nut on each side that holds in our 3 nut plate. So we need to remove both of these nuts, and then we can remove our plate. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So now if you have a bumper with no parking sensors, you're done with the uninstall at this point. If you do have the parking sensors, now comes the fun part of basically taking every bolt out of this bumper. So we're going to start with our 13mm bolts and our 10mm bolt in the middle to remove this inner bracket. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side and move on. So now we can take our 13mm socket to get these 4 bolts out. And then we can do that same thing on the other side. Now the last thing we need to do is pop off this bottom plate to remove our harness. And we have 2 more T40 bolts here and 3 more on the other side going into these U-clips. So we'll pop those out, pop these 3 clips out, and then we can remove our harness. So once again, I've got T40 Torx bit. And then we can flip it over and get the 3 bolts on the other side. So now that our inner piece is loose, we can go ahead and pop out all of these push clips. Now this is going to be the same on each side. Besides on this side, we have our harness that's going to go to our body. So we have an extra 4 clips on the outside. So we'll grab a clip remover tool and pop these out. So now we've spun our bumper around. Our next step is to remove this inner bracket. We have 3 bolts here and then 1 bolt over here. Once again, we're going to be using that T40 Torx bit to take these out. And now coming over just a couple inches from that bracket, we just have 1 more clip on each side. So once again with the clip remover tool, we'll just pop that out and we can fully remove our harness. So now we've got this folded over, rotated it once again. We need to pop out these 3 clips and then we can disconnect the connectors on our parking sensors. Now on our parking sensors, we're just going to push in on the tab and wiggle those out of place. And then to remove our parking sensors, we can just pry back on these tabs. And wiggle them out. And then we can do that same thing on the other side. So now we've spun our bumper back around again, and we have 3 more T40 bolts that we need to remove. So now we can grab this plate and flip it over. We have our 3 clips we need to pop out. And now coming over just a couple inches from that bracket, we just have 1 more clip on each side. So once again with the clip remover tool, we'll just pop that out and we can fully remove our harness.
Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.